Hello guys, it's not on the whistle, is it? It's the day after. But I think we can all have benefited from a little bit of time to reflect on that particular game. I was disappointed not to beat Burnley because they were not good on the day, and Arsenal certainly did enough to win the match and yet didn't. I think it's possible to be both unlucky and insufficiently good. Unlucky and inadequate, let's say. And I think that was the case for Arsenal against Burnley. I think fortune did not favour them, but I still think there were enough things in the game that they could look at themselves and see that, had they done better in certain situations, they probably would have won this match. We'll start with the early goal. Great goal, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Really good work from Thomas Partey in the build-up. Straight through the centre of the pitch. That's what he helps us do. Good to see Willian involved, even incidentally. I think it's just all good for his confidence and his rehabilitation at Arsenal. And a nice take from Aubameyang. I know the Burnley keeper took a lot of criticism, but Aubameyang hits that with not a lot of backlift on a good angle. So great to see him scoring again as well. We should have scored more in the first half. Saka had a very good chance, of course, that he put wide. There were one or two more, and we really should have capitalised on a spell of dominance in that sort of first 15 minutes or so. Aubameyang couldn't quite sort his feet out for one, couldn't hit the back post. And then Burnley get their equaliser, and for me, the blame lies with Granit Xhaka. I know people will look at Leno. I just think he has to whip that ball round the corner first time. That's the way out of that situation. He doesn't because he hasn't really got the right foot for it. And he pays a big price. But even so, having taken the touch, there's a lot of other things he can do other than boot it off Chris Wood. And I like Xhaka more than most, but the nature of the player is he's got these mistakes in his locker. He is a time bomb waiting to go off. He was due one, and this was probably it. He'll be in the team next week. I mean, that's the way it is for Xhaka, and probably in about 6 weeks' time, we'll be saying how important he is again. This is the cycle. We're very much caught in it until we get better midfielders. We don't currently have better midfielders. Anyway, then we get into the second half. Nicola Pepe comes on. I think he's maybe our most dangerous player in that half. Misses a couple of sitters. No, that's harsh. That's really harsh. Misses her sitter after a really good play from Bukayo Saka, who did not have a good game but created probably our best chance in this half, pulling it back for Pepe. You put your life on him to score it and he just misses the ball. He should have had a penalty for a handball that wasn't given. I was staggered that it wasn't given. The handball rule doesn't change until the summer. Feels like the referee just decided that he was going to implement that rule change earlier. Surreal. And was awarded a penalty incorrectly that was correctly overturned by VAR. On the second one, that's not a sitter. It comes at a very difficult height on his weak foot. What I think about it is he hits it brilliantly. Ironically, if he scuffs it, or if he slices at it, shall we say, it probably goes... There's a chance it goes in at the near post, which the goalkeeper wasn't guarding, and where there weren't two blokes stood in the way to block it. It's just one of those. Ceballos hits the post late on as well. We should have won the game. We should have won the game. Arsenal, their big issue is clearly they don't, create enough distance between them and their opponent. They don't create enough separation when they're ahead in games. They don't develop 1-goal leads into 2-goal leads, 3-goal leads. Nor do many mid-table teams. And our league position doesn't really lie in that respect, It's frustrating because teams above us are dropping points and we're not taking advantage. Shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit there. And it makes the Olympiacos game feel all the bigger. I think if Arsenal go out to Olympiacos, Mikel Arteta will have a tricky time from the supporters, because it'll be very difficult to kind of frame that as progress, given it's how he went out in the competition last year. So they're big games. And there's North London derby as well, which is another big game. So let's see where we end up in a few weeks. I still need more time to digest this match. Really annoyed me. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.